multi-step problems with multiplication and division by writing equations with letters representing the unknown quantities. Step it out. Number 1, airboats are a popular way to tour areas with shallow water. A small airboat can fit 6 people. A large airboat can fit 4 times as many people. How many more people can fit in a large airboat than a small airboat? So, first of all, we need to do the multiplication problem, right? Okay, and then we need to come back and do a what? Subtraction problem, right? Okay, all right, so which one is bigger, the large airboat or the small airboat? The small one, right? Okay, clearly by its name, small, and then large, correct? Okay, how many people can fit in this small one? So let's follow information. Small airboat, 6 people. Large airboat can fit 4 times as many people. How many more people can fit in a large airboat than a small one? So how many go in that small? Remember what I do, you do. So if you don't have this circled and underlined, then you're not with us. So 6 goes in the box, right? So 6 goes in every box, right? So to find how many people can go in the large airboat, you need to take 6 times how many boxes? 4. So 6 times 4 is? It's 24. So 24 people can fit in the large airboat. All right. Use the result from part A to find how many more people fit in the large airboat. So how many are in the small? So small would go here, right? Large would go here. How many is in the small? 6. How many are in the large? 24. So we know 6 plus m equals 24. So how am I going to get m by itself? We have to do a what? An inverse operation. So we're going to take 24 minus 6 to get 18. So 18 more people can fit in a large airboat. Stepping out, number 2. A part of what y'all shows every weekend. There were 27 people at the show on Saturday. That is 3 times as many people as on Sunday. How many people saw the show this weekend? Find how many people saw the show on Sunday. So we know something times S equals the total. So Saturday was 27 people, and that was 3 times as many people as on Sunday. How many people saw the show that weekend? So what is our part in that? The 3 or the 27? The 3. So 3 times S equals our total of 27. So we have to do an inverse operation to get S by itself. So now what do I do? What's the opposite? The opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to do 27 divided by 3. So that equals 9. So 9 people saw the show on Sunday. Use the result from part A to find how many people saw the show that weekend for W. So we had how many people on Saturday? 27. And how many on Sunday? 9. Right? Okay, because we just found that up here on A. So what is 27 plus 9? 36. So that weekend, 36 people saw the show. Check understanding. Write equations to model and solve the problem. Use letters for the unknowns. Matei counts 5 birds and 8 times as many insects in a park. How many more insects than birds does Matei count? So first of all, we need to figure out how many insects he had, right? Okay, so there were 5 birds and then 8 times as many insects in the park. How many more insects than birds? So what do we need to do first to find the insect? Multiply. So 5 times 8 equals what? 40, right? Okay, so that's our number of insects. And now they want to know how many more insects there are than birds. So what am I going to do? Yep, you're right. 40 minus, how many birds are there? 5. So 40 minus 5 equals 35. She counts 35 more insects than there are of birds. Okay. Number 2, there are 7 times as many toys as maps in the gift shop. There are 35 toys. How many toys and maps are in the gift shop? So 7 times as many toys as maps, and then 35 toys. How many toys and maps are in the gift shop? Okay, so we need to figure out how many maps there are, right? Okay, do we know how many maps there are? No, so we're missing that part, correct? Okay, so we know 7 times n, or m, we'll do m for maps, okay, equals what? What's our total? 35. 35. So how do I get m by itself? 35. Do the inverse operation, which is division, right? So 35 divided by 7 equals 5. So there's 5 maps, right, guys? But they want to know how many total toys and maps are in the shop. So now what am I going to do? Add, right? Okay, so how many toys do I have? So 35 plus how many maps? 5 gives me 40. 40 toys and maps are in the shop. On your own, number 3, use tools. Students in the 3rd and 4th grades plant trees in a park. The 3rd graders plant 7 trees. The 4th graders plant 3 times as many trees. How many trees do students in the 2 grades plant? Use a visual model or an equation to complete each step. Okay, so we have pull out our information. The 3rd graders did 7 trees. The 4th graders plant 3 times as many trees, and we're looking for how much do both grades plant. Okay, so find the number of trees the 4th graders plant. So our first equation is going to be what? 7 times 3 equals what? 21. Now, if we wanted to, we could have done that this was the 3rd graders, this was the 4th graders, and they had 7 trees, and then 3 boxes for them, right? And then done 7, 7, 7, correct? Okay, so this would have been our model. This is our what? Our equation, okay? Did we have to draw both of those though? No, because it said it just wanted one or the other. Okay. All right. Find the number of trees students. Find the number of trees students in the 2 grades plant. Okay. So 3rd grade planted how many? Oh, I forgot to write our answer. 21 trees, right? So 3rd grade planted 7 trees. What am I going to do? Plus what? 21 equals 28. So 28 trees. Okay, now if we were going to draw a diagram for that, we would have had the, let's see. So 3rd grade was 7, right? Okay, and then 4th grade was 21. So then if we wanted to find the total, we would have added it to get 28. Number 4, model of mathematics. Aditya takes 72 photos of animals. That is 9 times as many photos as Shane takes. How many fewer photos does Shane take than Aditya? Write equations to model and solve the problems. Let S equal the number of photos Shane takes and F for how many fewer photos Shane takes than Aditya. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to figure out how many Shane takes first, right? Yeah. So what am I going to do? Do I know my part or do I know my total? Well, I know one of the parts, but I also know the total. Okay, so I'm going to take 9 times, and I said let F stand for Shane, equals 72. So how do I get 70, or how do I get F by itself? I do an inverse operation, which is 72 divided by 9, which equals 8. Okay, so he takes 8, and they want to know how many different pictures, or how many the differences in the pictures. So now what am I going to do? Difference, we need to do what? Subtract, right? So we would take 72 minus 8 and get 64. So 64 photos. For number 5, we went ahead and read our problem and pulled out our information. We decided that we were going to have to figure out how many manatees Maya saw. So we took 5 times 3, which got us 15. And then we needed to figure out the difference between how many each one saw. So we took 15 minus 5 and got 10 more manatees. Number 6, we pulled out our information and underlined what we were looking for. We, for our first equation, took 9 times 6 and got 54, and that was how many inches of rain was for Florida. Then we added 54 plus 6 to get 64 inches, and we also put about because it's an estimate, so about 64 inches for Hawaii. We read number 7, pulled out our information, and underlined our question. We figured that our first equation would be 3 times 2 plus 6, and our second equation is 6 plus 3, which gives us an answer of 9 fluid ounces. And then we marked off number 8.